We invite you to watch attentively until the very end, for what you are about to hear may change your understanding of who you are and where you come from. This is not just the story of one nation, it is the story of many, of how polygamy, power, migration, and memory shaped the very fabric of Bantu identity in southern Africa. Polygamy among the Bantu people was not merely a social system, it was a force of multiplication. It expanded families into clans, clans into tribes, and tribes into nations. But as with all powerful forces, it had its costs. Jealousy between wives bred rivalry among children. Succession disputes fractured lineages. And what once was one became many. Even today, we as Bantu descendants still argue. Who are the rightful Bantu? Who is greater? Some even go so far as to deny the existence of a Bantu identity at all. But history, when sourced correctly, tells us a clearer story. And we are not afraid to share that truth, because the purpose of this work is to awaken the next generation to their true origins. One of the most telling places to find this history is among the Ndebele Nation, one of the oldest and most dignified nations among the Nguni. Today, they are known as the inhabitants of the Transvaal region and the city of Tswana, Pretoria. But their story begins far east, in the region now called KwaZulu-Natal, extending to areas around Swaziland. They are the people of Mafahna. Mafahna begot Mzelemu, who fathered Musi, the patriarch of the Ndebele Nation. From Musi came many sons, Masombuka, Nzuzamanaala, Ntombene, Dlomu, and others. The well-known Ndebele narrative often begins after the death of Musi, when a great succession dispute arose between his sons, Nzuza and Manala. This led to the division of the Ndebele people into two powerful houses, the Nzuza and the Manala. Yet Musi had other sons whose paths reveal how deeply the Ndebele are woven into the broader Bantu story. Masombuka, the firstborn, joined the house of Nzuza. Ntombene took his people northward. Dlomu, the youngest, returned to KwaZulu-Natal to found what would later be known as the Hlubi Nation. Sibasa journeyed even further north, eventually integrating with the Venda people. Nkwaduba merged with the Bapedi in what is now Limpopo. But it is through Dlomu, also known as Dlomo, that we trace a profound legacy. Dlomo was not merely the founder of the Hlubi, he was also the father of the Thembu nation, now dwelling in the Eastern Cape. The name Dlomo means peace, shalom or salam. In KwaZulu-Natal, Dlomo's lineage is traced to Mashia, Nsela, Bungane II. Thus, the Hlubi of Hadebe, the Thembu of Eastern Cape, and the Ndebele of Transvaal all trace their roots to one shared ancestor. Musi, also known as Nguni, also known as Ndaba, who is Ngwane II in Swati traditions and Kwadi among the Tswana. Kwadi was brother to Diele, ancestor of the Bapedi; Getsi, founder of the Makoloko; Matsibolo, father of the Mapuding; Mosia, begetu of the Basia. When Ndebele people praise themselves, they call upon Mtungwa. That is because Mdlenga, father of Musi, was Mutabane, known to the Tswana as Tabane, founder of the Tagwa or Ntungwa Empire of Butwa, the place of the sun. And it is the Ndebele who still boldly affirm their Kalanga roots, even in their praises, calling themselves people of Kalanga. They do not forget. But to truly understand the migration and formation of these nations, we must speak of the ancient people of Mzelemu, for they were there. They traveled together with the ancestors of the Ndebele. The people of Mzelemu are the descendants of Luzumane, known widely as Zulu I. Luzumane begot Malandela, who gave rise to the many tribes now known as independent nations. The name Mzelemu is a variant of Mizraim, a title denoting great ancestral origin. And in the Ndebele oral traditions, these people, the Mzelemu, were not separate. They were kin. They migrated together. This shared migration confirms a truth many have long ignored, that the Zulu, Ndebele, Hlubi, Thembu, Kalanga, Botswana, and even the Swati were not born of separate creation stories. They were one. The names may differ, the dialects may evolve, the totems may vary, but when you look close enough, you find that the paths all lead back to the same river. The story of the Ndebele is not a side chapter, it is a core chapter. It reminds us that we, the Bantu, are not fragmented nations scattered across southern Africa. We are branches of one tree. To know your history is to know your name. The Ndebele, the Mzelemu, the Hlubi, the Thembu, Botswana, the Bapedi, the Bavenda, Kalanga. These are not strangers. These are siblings. We do not share only borders. We share blood. And now it is time to reclaim our names, restore our honor, and retell our story for those who are yet to be born. Let the nations remember, we are one.